in honor of I Just Woke Up, my new book coming out. Well, first of all, thank you guys for the amazing response. I was thrilled with so many people responding and getting it yesterday. But I thought it would be fun to kind of go back through time, because a lot of you that, I interact with now on social media were not around back in the early days. So I thought I would pick some of the moments through my social media journey here that have brought me to the point of writing this book. And I'm going to start with this one where I felt really, really feisty. And this is actually one of the main blog posts, or not blog posts, one of the main social media posts that I did that got me thinking in terms of we need a community. And I think the Discord that Katie came to me and said, hey, we should start a Discord, came from this particular video, although I might be misremembering. I had posted a video about enlistment, I believe is how this all sets up. And I was sad, obviously, about it. And someone came in the comments of that video and told me I was too old and I needed to get a hold of myself and not be so emotional, basically. And I didn't take kindly to that. So this was my response. So yeah, let's take this walk down memory lane. And hey, if you want to check out the book, just go to the website is stephap529.com, and you can get them all there. I just used my old Covert Fandom website to house the store. So go to but use that handle, stephap529.com, and you can go there and find the book. But yeah, here we go. Here was me being a little feisty. So I originally commented back to this comment that I received on this post, and that was going to be it. And then I got some messages from other older Army, I guess, grown women, as this comment says, who were saying, that younger Army come after us a lot for, we're too old to be fans, blah, 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 blah. So and then I got one this morning from someone, a private message, saying pretty much the same. I'm a grown woman, but yes, I've been through a lot, sharing her story. So I thought I would come and address this on behalf of all grown women, older women who get attacked for being Army. And first, let me say, I have a hard time believing, and I'm trying to be gracious, I have a really hard time believing that people can listen to the lyrics of BTS songs, the heart behind them, the struggle behind them, the pain, the rejection, the bullying that they took for years, their message of being kind and loving each other and accepting each other as we are and giving each other a safe space to feel emotion. I have a hard time believing that anyone can take in all of that and then turn around and attack other Army for daring to show emotion. So I don't even know. I just have a hard time believing that a true Army would attack other Army for showing emotion, knowing everything we know about these 7 men and their story. So I'll start with that. And I'm not an influencer. I just share my thoughts. So it's really interesting to me that the more videos I've done, the more negative comments I get. And I'm getting more of that Army toxic side that people warned me about. And I was like, I didn't even believe it at first, but now I get it. And I'm like, wow. I mean, I wasn't expecting all that. The hate from other so-called Army. I just don't get it. But anyway, I digress. But I want to address this whole thing of you're a grown woman and you shouldn't have emotions, basically. Here's the thing. I'm 53 years old. I was an Army brat. And by Army, I mean my dad was literally in the Army branch of the military. So I moved every 1.5 to 3 years of my life. Never had long-term relationships other than my family, which ended up breaking apart when I was an adult. I've been married for almost 30 years. Lots of pain, lots of ups, lots of downs. Really, really bad times, good times, right? Had 2 kids ripped out of my belly that are now amazing young men. I flew across the world and we met a 9-year-old little boy who had lost both of his parents to AIDS, and we brought him home to our family. And he's the joy of our life. And
But that was an experience, and having him walk him through grieving the loss of his family and coming to a country he knew nothing about, into a world he knew nothing about. A lot of life lessons were lived through that. Loss, as you go through life as an adult, you experience a lot of growth and a lot of pain and a lot of loss and broken relationships and new relationships and all kinds of crap, right? I had my mother-in-law who had Alzheimer's move in with us, and we took care of her full time. It was very difficult. And then I woke up one morning and to my husband screaming because he had found her dead on the floor in a pool of blood because she had a stroke and fallen out of bed and cracked her head open. I moved my mother into my house when she had cancer and was going through chemo and sat with her through every chemotherapy session and put, cold mitts on her hands and her feet to try to help her to keep her from getting neuropathy, which she still got. She moved in with us because she was in so much pain and couldn't even stand to go to the bathroom, and we were having to help her get to the bathroom and do all of that. And that's when I found BTS, by the way, the darkest time of my life. Going to work every day, coming home every day, and living through the pain of having to help my mother, who really I was helpless to help, right? So the thing about being a grown woman is that we've experienced a lot of shit. Excuse my French, right? We've had a lot of highs and a lot of lows in life. So I would dare say, we almost understand the lyrics and the songs better than anyone can, right? Because we have the life experience that even says that the experience that those boys write about in those songs, it's going to continue through life. You get more ups, you get more downs, you get more storms, you get more pain. You watch others that you love go through highs and lows, which is more painful almost than going through it yourself. So I think the fact that we have some of the wisdom and the life experience that we have qualifies. If there needs to be a qualification for being a fan of a group, it qualifies us to not only enjoy the music and have fun with the dancing and watch them have fun on run episodes and see joy every once in a while in life when it can be so tough, but also understand the deep meaning of the lyrics in the songs. So for all of you young Army out there who are so disgusted by the fact that there dare be Army that are older than you, I just don't think that the members, number one, would agree with you. And number two, just deal with it. You got a lot of shit coming your way as you age. You're going to go through a lot of this stuff too. So, and you're going to wish and hope that when you're going through it, you can find something that brings you some light when you're going through some really dark stuff. So just wait. Just wait.